What's up, guys? DT here, and this is Andrea. And this is a new episode of What Is This? She is a new guest, hostess with the most.
Yeah, hostess with the mostest.
There you go. And today,
cookies next time.
That would have been a good idea for this time.
Carb cycling.
And we are going over carb cycling. So carb cycling usually goes a high, a medium, and a low day.
Right.
Or you could do a high, medium, low.
How do you determine high, medium, and
I would
low?
say based off you, like the person.
Lean body mass.
Correct. So like carbohydrates wise, so a high day for me would be like 700 of carbs.
Dang.
And then we would probably go with 400-ish. And there's like no right or wrong way. I don't feel like doing this.
Right, but the calculation is your lean body mass, you multiply it by 1.5 for carbs, and same for protein, so 1.5. If you don't know how to calculate your lean body mass, go check out that blog. It's there. For fat, it's half of your carbs.
To be honest with you, I didn't even know this.
Yeah.
So
okay,
this is
so
great.
it's easy math.
So let's break this
let's
down.
say that our carbs and our protein are gonna be 100 grams, because 100 grams is easy to do math with. Then what would your fat intake be if it's half?
Mm-hmm. So 50.
So easy. So again, the actual calculation for your lean body mass is on our blog. Just type it in the search bar and you can find it. But yeah, that's how you do it. Lean body mass, 1.5 is carbs, 1.5 is protein, and then half
like
of whatever
that.
those are is your
So
fat.
my 700 is totally ridiculous.
A little bit, yeah.
I like to do fast carbs when I'm doing my carb cycling, because when I get to a low day, I'm like a 2-day late person. So when I do like a low day, it doesn't hit me till 2 days later. So I'm constantly going behind. So
Right.
I'm always on fast carbs like white rice, potatoes. I love cream of rice.
Yeah.
Like what would you recommend for people out there if they're doing the carb cycling diet? What do you think would be more beneficial for them?
So normally it's a 3-2 split. That means 3 days of one thing and 2 days of another. So 3 days of low carbs, 2 days of high carbs. Now, DT already said that he does it a little bit differently. He does low, moderate, and high. So again, this is a work in progress. Tweak it until it works for you. But if your goal is weight loss, then stick to that calculation that we gave you earlier, at least to start. It's probably gonna be a lot more calories than you think you should be eating, but as we all know, to lose weight, you gotta eat. That's where a lot of people screw up. As far as carbs, especially if you're losing weight, be careful about the type of carbs that you're eating. That's so important. So, you don't wanna get all of your carbs with pasta or bagels. And if you do something like fibrous vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, another bonus is that you're gonna be able to eat so much more. So,
Would you count your vegetables into the carbs? Because I don't.
That's how I do it, because
Okay.
that's what I use as my carbs. So like if
So
I'm
you
gonna
do more of like a not keto, but like whatever is like carrots and stuff like that. Or gonna have higher
low carb.
Okay.
Yeah, like I take into account where it's at on the glycemic index too.
Okay.
So that's just personal preference. Again, if you find that, if you're big like DT is and you're working out, if you cut out the true carbs like rice, you're gonna feel it in your workout and you're gonna notice it. You're not going to look as full, you're gonna get that pump. So
That's one of the things, like when I go off of a low carb day,
Yep.
and then 2 days later I look like flat and like I'm like soft.
Exactly.
So the higher carbs for me kind of makes it more of you get a better pump. I feel like you do get tighter, and then if there is a spillover point, 2 days later you're back on your low day.
Right.
So
Again, it's just what you're looking for. So weight loss specific, if you're getting 25 grams of carbs per meal, well, 25 grams of cauliflower or broccoli is gonna be a lot more than 25 grams of rice or pasta. So you'll find that helps you stay full. If you're on a diet, personally, this is what I think, if you're on a diet and you feel hungry all the time, you're not eating enough. And if you're not eating enough, you're not gonna lose weight, so.
No, I agree. I mean, especially with so if you're doing like a show or something like that, of course you have to hit certain macro base.
Right.
But if you are hungry all the time, your body's wanting something. And for me,
Yes.
if I'm hungry and I'm craving something, I usually just eat it to get it out of the way instead of cracking later on.
Yeah.
Because I know on the low days, for me, and this is where it kind of gets tricky because like what you said, you actually count your macros with your vegetables.
Yes.
So on a low day, I find myself doing a lot more vegetables on that day, which in the long run is still carbohydrates.
Right.
But you're still getting voluminous foods, so I don't like try to think about it that way to where, all right, well, I'm not gonna count them as carbs.
Yes.
So rice, stuff like that, that's a carb. But no, I like how you bring your vegetables into it because a lot of people don't. And I think a lot of people not mess up, but don't understand how many calories at the end of the week that they're consuming off of vegetables.
Right.
So
there you go.
I like it.
Eat your veggies. Your mom was right all along.
This is DT.
This is Andrea.
I was gonna call you AD. Now you know what the her name is. Now I know.
What he meant to say is, now you know what the carb cycling is. Stay tuned next time for
What the is this?